But the Indian gray mongoose is quite the predator itself, and its lightning-fast reflexes and thick hide have enabled it to add snakes like the cobra to its list of favored foods.
All right, so that's the story. The story is going to be about that as well as some other things. So I call them elbow partners. So with the person next to you or across the way, let's create an educated guess. So you need reasoning for your guess. So who's going to win, the snake or the mongoose, and why? You can't just say the snake because it looks good.
The bear. I think the mongoose is going to.
Okay, so what are some of our thoughts? Let's see you raise the hands. Who thinks the snake's going to win?
Oh!
Why do you think the snake's going to win? Listen up, please. Listen up.
It's not a. It's squirt venom. The snake squirt venom.
The snake could either bite or it's true. Why do you think the snake's going to win? Who else thinks the snake's going to win? Why do you think?
Because the snake can squirt venom. So like bite and squirt venom.
Okay, venom. Who thinks the mongoose?
Paralyzed.
Why?
Big
Okay, I think the mongoose because it has really fast reflexes and it's bigger.
Okay, bigger, yeah.
I think the mongoose will win because cobras are not like anacondas, so they can't wrap and strangle and all that. And then mongooses are also predators, so they have more advantages.
Okay, last one.
I think the bear gonna win.
The bear.
There's no bear in the mongoose.
Oh, my mama
Why?
just told me that.
Y'all be quiet!
Because they said that the mongoose killed other snakes like the
Others.
There we go. That's our evidence. I like that. We're going to move on. Sorry. So with the sheet you have, let's make sure we put our name at the top.
Which one?
On the front, it says literary analysis. And these two columns, Rikki Tikki Tavi in our story is a mongoose. So in the left column it says clues that indicate Rikki Tikki Tavi will win. And if you think the mongoose will win, let's just put a big star on that side. Okay? And if you think the snake will win, which means Rikki Tikki Tavi will lose, let's put a star on the other side. So let's get out our textbooks, please, and open to page 74. That's where our story is.
Are we gonna finish it?
Rikki Tikki Tavi is the mongoose.
What's the page number?
74.
They're the same
Alright. Yes.
What page?
We're going to finish it after the story. See what plays out.
74.
Okay, so a couple things about this story. Rudyard Kipling, he wrote this story. He lived in India. That's the setting of this. That's where this takes place. He lived in India as a boy, and then he moved away, and he actually came back to India, and he loves to write about a lot of his stories, and especially one of my favorite stories by him, The Jungle Book. You guys probably have seen it. Okay. He wrote The Jungle Book as well, 74. So a lot of them take place in kind of, this setting, India. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a popcorn read. You guys understand what popcorn is? Okay? And one bit of advice or rule that I have is let's respect whoever's reading, right? It's hard to read in front of people. I'm going to mess up, right? Mr. Brewer might mess up. And we just keep going, right? And that's part of, being a good classmate. So you want to read first? Okay, before we get into it, let's look at the sheet. Everyone got their sheet out?
Yes.
Okay, so what is foreshadowing again? I said it earlier. What is foreshadowing? You can use the sheet if you want. Yeah, what's foreshadowing?
It was like trying to take a guess on what's gonna happen next.
So that's our hypothesis, our educated guess, but what is foreshadowing more so? Yeah, the clues. So we're going to be detectives. That's a great job. We're going to be detectives as we read. And so we have two columns. So if you see a clue or a fact, something foreshadowing that Rikki Tikki Tavi, our mongoose, is going to win, just write that down. It might be, he's quick, or some sort of evidence from the text. And then if you think he's going to lose, make sure we're filling up both sides of the page.
What is Ricky? Yeah.
Ricky Tikki Tavi is a mongoose, and we're about to learn about him, okay?
I thought we talked about this.
Is everybody gonna read
Mongoose.
one
Ricky Tikki Tavi is a mongoose. We're going to pop around
each
and
paragraph?
stop. You can go, yeah, we'll go paragraphs. Okay, is that good by everyone?
Yeah.
We ready to rock?
Yeah.
So let's be attentive and respectful of who's reading. I'll start us off, and then I'll kick it to you. Go next.
And then me.
You.
And then me.
He gets to choose.
Oh,
He gets
no,
power.
I love you.
Ricky Tikki Tavi. This is a story of the Great War that Ricky Tikki Tavi fought single-handed through the bathrooms of the Big Bungalow in Seagolee Cantonment. Darzi, the tailor bird, helped him. And a Chupacabra of the Tavi did the real fighting.
He was a mongoose, rather like a little cat in his fur and his tail, but quite like a weasel in his head and his habits. His eyes and the end of his restless nose were pink. He could scratch himself anywhere he pleased, and any way further back that he chose to. He could fluff up his tail till it looked like a bottle brush, and his war cry as he scuttled through the long grass was Rick Tikki.
Nice. Okay, we're going to pause there. So for the person next to you, let's make sure we're looking at clues that are leading us. Will Ricky Tikki win? Will he lose? Okay, so turn to your partner, your elbow partner, the person next to you, and talk about what's going on in the story.
Ricky Tikki.
You can write down clues. Yeah, you can be writing down clues as we go.
You think he'll lose one?
Yeah, be writing down clues.
Now make sure that you put that in the story. So it says in the gospel picture, what's it? Like, story so, not only that, what's he do, like goes and gets him for his chin and tickles.
Okay, we're gonna jump back into it. Let's bring it back. Noah, I'm gonna ask Noah to give us one clue. Noah found something great that he thinks that Ricky Tikki will win. What'd you find, Noah?
He's a carnivore
And what about being a carnivore? Do you?
because he's not afraid to eat other animals.
Okay. So yeah, let's go with Momo.
I think Ricky Tikki will still win because, like, if he gets knocked out, the thing I do is wake back up and then go and shine.
Yeah. It says that he was revived, so he was on the verge of death and came back, right?
He
Kind
gonna
of like
be
Rocky.
eaten by them.
Nah.
I know, but still, like, if
One more.
Okay, well, okay, it's kind of like Noah, but I said that, you know when they said that they fed them,
Yeah.
but the energy might have to do
Yeah, that's good. That's good. They also say he's wild. That's a good thing too, right? So we're going to keep going. So make sure we're looking. We're going to meet the snakes soon. We're going to find out what they're like. So who's next?
Taylor.
Number 2. What is Teddy's mother? Why? What is he afraid of? What's she afraid of?
Oh, wow.
You know,
Come here. Grab your book, open to page 74.